Hello, I'm VX Cat. Welcome back to Seed Sunday. Seed Sunday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I show you Seed's Minecraft console edition, which are particularly interesting and worth checking out in some way. And this week's Seed, I of course think it is both those things because it has two Witches' Huts. This is by itself is a really cool thing because after the most recent Seed changing update, Witches' Huts have gone a lot rarer. When you make the biome containing something rarer, you make that thing rarer too, and therefore two Witches' Huts is pretty nice. But then combine that with a really nicely glitched ocean monument, so it's just at the edge of the world, but it's cut off on the place where you still get an Elder Guardian, but then you get most of your ocean monuments, so it's like, again, I'll show you that later on, but it's a really, really cool glitch. And then finally, it's got a bunch of cool biome mix-ups, meaning that you get all 6 types of trees, you get a giant flower forest if you like your flowers, and just in general, I think this is a really great, really unique, but also really awesome seed. So hopefully you all do enjoy this video. If you do, like it, let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let's know you do like Seed Sunday, and indeed, Witches' Huts, I guess. But with that said, let's get straight into this one really, shall we? And let's start by telling you the seed. So, the seed is Toy Cat with a second C and then 12. That should be on screen right now, and yeah, that's where you want to read it. Type that seed in, and you'll spawn just over here, somewhere in this tiger biome. And whenever I spawn in a tiger biome, I'm never too amazingly optimistic, but this is a tiger biome surrounded on all sides by pretty nice things. First of all, just behind the spawn to the south over here, you can find yourself a really flat plains biome. I've shown off a lot of these recently, so it's probably not the most interesting thing to you, but still, if you want a flat plains biome to build on, this one is perfect for you. If you prefer a more challenging plains biome because you think building around stuff is kind of more interesting to you, then this plains biome over here is a little bit more interesting if you ask me. And it's also really cool because it borders a swamp, but it borders a swamp with 2 separate colors. So here's one color of swamp, here's a second color of swamp. I honestly didn't even know there was a second coloring of swamp. I don't even know how this happened, but still, it's a really cool little thing in my opinion. And also, of course, this first swamp has the first witch hut. So the first witch hut is found just over here, and you can climb your way in there, get yourself a witch, and have fun with that sort of stuff. I think the witch's hut is really cool now because you can make like a witch farm if you want to from there. And yeah, that's something you can do from just over here. It's a really bizarrely like leading one because it leads out onto this, so you can climb straight from down here up there, which again, just bizarre stuff to me, but it's something you can do. And yeah, this is where you'll find your first little bit of witch. So assuming that's not your interest, or you want to find the second one, or just the other stuff around here, you might want to head to the north of the spawn instead. So if you head to the north of the spawn, you'll end up at this really weird mountain, which is, it's got a lava pit going into it, which is pretty rare in my opinion, which will burn down a lot of the flower forest, but there is a really, really nice flower forest here. So obviously the flower forest, if you're not familiar with your biomes, is one that's well known for having all the types of rare generating flowers you can't otherwise find, and it has a lot of them. So usually you find flower forests that, you know, maybe have like, let's say 100 flowers. This one has somewhere in the region of thousands of flowers, because you can see it stretches all the way from here, you know, in deep density of flowers, all the way over to here. It kind of stretches over to there, kind of cuts across this other biome somehow, and then it's over here too. It's on a mountain somehow, and then this entire field is just full of flower forests too. So yeah, if flowers are your thing, this seed is amazing because, like I said, there is thousands of flowers. I think on screen right now there might be thousands of flowers. Maybe you should try and count them. Fun little game if you want to pause the video. But yeah, in all seriousness, this is a great seed for flowers, and that's just one of the many things it has going for it. Because if you do decide to head even further to the north, then you'll see that you go, by the way, through some more flower forests, and then through a sunflower plains. Again, really great seed for flowers and stuff. And eventually you'll kind of lead up into this kind of this second plain. So this looks a lot like the first one in that it's a relatively flat area. It's surrounded on both sides by mountains, so that's good for you if you want that. But you'll most importantly want to be going to the northeast of this, because this is the kind of launching point for the ocean monument. So, like I said, the ocean monument on this seed really shouldn't exist. It's really close to the edge of the world, and it's very lucky that it does. But if you go to the very, very corner right over here, like it's so close to 2 corners, not just one, then you'll find an ocean monument like this. So the reason this is such a cool ocean monument is because it did cut off the front, which means 2 of the Elder Gardens won't spawn, and it means that if you get most of the blocks of the ocean monument, but all you have to do is break 1 block, get down here, kill this 1 Elder Guardian, and then you can break it all from the inside. So if you're only here for the gold, if you're only here for the, you know, the what else? The sponges, or you're only here for any of the other blocks you can get from this place, and you don't really care about killing 3 Elder Guardians, this is a really, really nice, you know, ocean monument, because it has so much of all of those blocks. Like, you look around and you can see there's sea lanterns all over the place. There's this, there's that, there's all these different things, but only 1 Elder Guardian. If you try and find these ones, oh, wall off the edge of the map. If we do the same on the other side, oh, we're going to run to the wall off the edge of the map. There is just 1 Elder Guardian, which is really nice if you want your goodies. And everybody likes goodies, right? That's why they're called goodies. So yeah, that's what you can find at this little this ocean monument just over here. A really, really cool one if you do ask me. But besides that, if we head further kind of this way, kind of across the map. By the way, that one, like I said, this seed actually has all 6 types of trees, and there's actually 2 or 3 jungles at the edge of the map. There's one just over here, there's one just over here, and then there's one to the other corner, and then finally you can find a savanna biome just over here. Obviously, the other ones are the more easy trees that you've already seen, but still, it's pretty awesome to me that you can have all 6 trees while having such a diverse seed like this one, such as having, by the way, the second witch hut over here. So the second one is a lot easier to get on top of because it kind of is just out in the open. It's not on the water. You just place literally 1 block. I mean, preferably not a gold block, but you place 1 block, and then suddenly, boom, you're in. Obviously, I've been here before, so I guess the witches despawn, but still, you can make a witch farm from this one, just as easy, or you can have 2 witch farms. I don't know how you want to do it, but the fact that this has the only place where you can get guardians, which you can always get, as well as the only natural spawn point, or the only naturally generating point for the witches, I think that's really great, and yeah, that's that. Obviously, I meant you can, the naturally generating structure point, I know you can find them at night, but still, that's that right there. So, moving on from that, there is another cool thing I'd like to show you, which I kind of lined up with these diamond blocks. So, I always like showing these strongholds on these seeds, because it's always a great bit of time to go and explore, if you ask me. This one, if you dig down from this mountain, you're going to be going down for quite some time, because it's a mountain. You'd actually end up in this, you end up in this cave over here. The reason this cave is so cool is because, I think the gravel's blocking it, but you'll end up just on top of some emeralds, which is really nice. You can explore the cave either way. If you go up that way, you'll find some other stuff, but if you go this way, you'll eventually end up at where the stronghold is, and the fact that it is just connected to a cave system is always cool, and here, boom, you can see stronghold, connected to a cave system in the most bizarre of ways. I found finding the end portal really tricky, so if you like a puzzle, this is great, and if you just want to go to the end and don't care about that, then I guess this sucks, but yeah, that's this stronghold right here. Most of the strongholds I've shown off recently have again been kind of weird like that, so I figure we'll just breeze past that. Nice stronghold, worth exploring if that's what you're looking for, and another great low point for this seed. By the way, roof forest right here, a really nicely sized one too. If we head to the corner of the map over here, you will find the only village this seed has. I think having a village is just nice than having none, because although you can make one from scratch, you know, having the buildings here and having it be like a remote isolated corner is really nice. Of course, it also spawns with carrots, at least on the Xbox One version, and that's something really interesting. So, I'm going to say something that I'd usually be so skeptical if anyone else said in a video, so if you don't be skeptical and say, Toycat, you must have just made this up in your head, then that's fine, but I will tell you that as I was exploring the seed, in the distance over there, where the plains biome is, I actually saw a desert temple, and then as I came closer to it, the plains biome over at the desert temple. So I have no idea if that's some weird seed glitch, if that's like a TU38 thing, if that's something or whatever that is, but there was going to be a desert temple here until something happened. Again, maybe that is just the mirage of the way the seed generation works, or maybe that I was just tired, even though it's only 6 PM. But either way, whatever the cause was, there was a desert temple here, and it's worth mentioning that you know, if you like those mirages, if it's a thing you want to know about and learn more about, or if you think it's a glitch and it'll be fixed in the next update, there would be a desert temple here, and there was one here, and I was so amazed that the seed has all those things, but it didn't in the end. It just ended up being a hill, and it was the most bizarre thing I'd ever seen. But moving on from just phantoms and stories you can't believe, I'll start talking about Herobrine next if we don't stop me. I did want to show you one more thing, because it brings us back to the spawn, because again, I've shown you a kind of a brief peek at all of the biomes. This seed is a very interesting one in terms of diversity, but you know, just the biomes itself is something you can check out and have fun with by yourself, but something that you might not find by yourself is actually right next to spawn. This is spawn, I marked for beacon, literally like, I don't know, 15 blocks to the south west that'd be. If you just mine down here, I guess we go through the tree on this side. If you mine down from here, you'll find yourself a spider spawner. These ones are relatively rare. It's a really rare one because it's actually a 5x5 space. These things aren't common because they're usually bigger than this. But then also you can find yourself a golden apple. This is the single rarest drop you can find in a mob spawner, and it's next to spawn, which is awesome if you ask me. Also, diamond horse armor, always a nice thing. And yeah, just in general, I think it's great that there's, I think it's really cool there's a spider spawner so close to the spawn. Seems a bit suspicious if you ask me. There's also an abandoned mineshaft nearby if you want to dig around for that. But still, yeah, really great seed. I think you'll quite enjoy it. If you do, I'd be sure to like it and let me know. If you have any plans for this, please let me know those too. I'll give you my recommendation because I think that's a cool thing I've been doing on Seed Sunday. I think if you want to build on flat land, instead of getting a normal flatland seed, try and build there. You know, work around the challenge of having to be like, well, there's a water lake in the way, and then there's another one, and then there's another one, because this is like a serious number of flakes for some reason. And maybe maybe you'll appreciate more of the game. Or maybe you'll hate me for suggesting the challenge. But again, I think it's cool to give one of these to kind of flesh out the seed and give you what I would like to do at some point had I had infinite time, and that's something I would have probably tried out. But with that said, I hope you did all enjoy this week's Seed Sunday. If you did like it, like the video and let me know, because it helps out the channel and lets me know you do like the Seed Sunday, and indeed this one. Share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos just like this one every single day on my channel. Well, Seed Sundays every single week, because I make them every Sunday. But yeah, I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching. That's so many flowers, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.